Well, the topic which I'm going to discuss today is regarding coherence and what you need to make your coherence more better in the Ielts speaking. If you want to get band 7 or above, you need to connect your ideas, sentences and paragraphs with the help of connectives and discourse markers. So to do this, first we have to understand what is coherence. Coherence actually means that there is a logical connection of your ideas in your speech. Now, the question is how you can improve coherence. The answer is you can do this by using connectives and discourse markers. On the other hand, what is cohesion? To link your sentences and paragraphs. Cohesion will help, and this will be done with the help of linkers or connectors. This will make your speech more coherent, organized, connected, and your speech will sound more clear. Now we will discuss connectives and discourse markers which will make your speech more coherent, and they will help you to build your coherence and cohesion in your speech. So, what are the tools to improve coherence and cohesion? The first tool is connectives. Now, what are the connectives? Connectives Connectives basically are words or phrases that use to move, relate and connect your ideas. With the help of connectives, you can make your speech more natural. It will be more organized and structured, and you will be sound more logical and fluent in your speech. You can use simple fillers or connectives in your speech, which you can use in the beginning or in the middle of your sentences. You can use kind of, are these simple fillers will make your speech sound natural, and you will be listened like a native speaker. And you can also give your speech or give yourself time to think while using these kind of simple fillers. So you can use the sentences such as you can use fillers basically and so at the start of the sentences. For example, you can say basically I don't think it's worth going there, so I don't think it's a big problem. These are the two sentences and in which you are using basically and so at the start of your speech. You can also add it in the middle of the sentences, such as if you use a sentence, you need to slow down and think about what you are doing. You need to, slow down and think about what you are doing. So by doing this, you are taking some time to produce another idea which you are not remembering, and by this you can take time and you will be sound fluent. Now these are some advanced connectives and their functions. Connectives are written on the right hand and their functions are written on the left hand. You can use this in your conversation, and you can make your speech more coherent and cohesive by doing this. One of the example I will give that, for example, if you are trying to give a reason of your previous statement, you can say I am doing this because it's very convenient, or it's a very lively place. Further, you can check it out, and now I'm giving you an example in which you will have some idea about how to use these connectives in a conversation so that you sound more fluent and coherent. Well, the second tool to make your speech more coherent is the use of discourse markers. You can also call it signposts. These are the words or phrases which you can use to manage what you have said, what you have write, and to express your attitude. With the help of these discourse markers, you will be able to show your listeners that you are going to highlight your point, or you are going to change a conversation, or you are going to confess something um, which your speaker is speaking, or you are going to introduce your opinion. Okay, so you can use these discourse markers, and now I'm going to discuss their functions. The functions are written on the left and discourse markers on the right. To express agreement, that you agree with a certain statement, you can say certainly I agree with that, or absolutely I like to go there, if the question is demanding the things like that. And you can also add well in your conversation at the start of the conversation to give you some time, or you can suddenly change start or end conversation by saying right, I'm going to discuss it, or you can say anyway, now we will discuss. You can change the conversation like that. Okay, and to give your personal opinion, you can set that my point is, this will give your listener an idea that you are going to highlight your point. Basically, all these discourse markers will give your listener the idea that you are going to change the direction of your talk, and the discourse marker you are using will basically tells the listener what you are where you are going to take your speech. So this is the usage of connectives and discourse markers in I speaking, and for this purpose we take the question, talk about your hometown. We will start with that. I have written the discourse markers and connectives by highlighting them in the bold, and I have written their function in the brackets. Now I'm going to read it. Well, I am going to talk about my hometown because it is located in the city center and a very lively place. Although it's far away from the suburbs, it's easy to reach there with the help of local transport. Therefore, it is one of the most favorable places to earn a living. I am living in Canada these days, so I don't visit my hometown so often, but my brother lives there from the last 20 years. Furthermore, it has a newly built infrastructure which is quite attractive for foreigners visiting there and for the locals. On top of that, one of the famous attractions is a newly built theme park where children of all ages can enjoy a variety of swings. On the other hand, the condition of roads in the suburbs is quite poor. That is why people avoid visiting it without any serious need. To sum up, my hometown is one of the most vibrant places where people from all over the world dream to explore. So this was the example of a coherent speech, and band 7 is expecting from you people such kind of speech in which you are using variety of connectives and discourse markers, and your speech is sounding logical and coherent and connected. In the last, I will discuss some connectives which are used uh, usually by the speakers of the low levels, and they are also, and I think, and if you are repeating these in your talk, then please don't repeat them in your conversation, otherwise they will hurt your coherence score. Now I have given some discourse markers while giving opinion. I have given some question and their answers. You can have a look on these yourself. Here are some discourse markers which are questions in which you are answering by emphasizing. For emphasizing, you would use, I would go as far as to say, train is the safest way to travel. Or you can use, actually train is the safest way to travel, as a matter of fact, or in fact. Thank you very much. I will come up with the next video very soon. Thank you.